Delhi crime has been the turning point of my career. Delhi crime means the world to me. Delhi crime 1, she became a hero. In Delhi crime 2, she becomes human. When DC happened, I don't think any one of us anticipated where the show was going, at least I didn't, or what Vartika was going to become. The uniform does something for you. It really does. You know, with something like Delhi crime, sensitivity is paramount. And she can get very obsessive. Which is very much my trait. Also, it's like choosing between my 2 sons. They're both very precious to me. Everyone wants a Shamshu in their life.
From Sapne Mein Milti Hai in Satya to DCP Vartika Chaturvedi in Delhi crime, she has come a really long way. Fresh from the success of Darlings, driving headfirst into Delhi Crime Season 2, we have Shefali Shah here with us today. Welcome to News 18 Showsha.
Thank you, Bohni. Thank you so much.
Great. Shefali, I have to first ask you, how are you? Just recovered from COVID.
I'm feeling much better, even more better that I'm here. I had my fingers crossed, was waiting for the negative report so I could be here, and touch wood, feeling much better.
Right. How much does this show really mean to you? You mean considering the amount of appreciation and success that has come your way after season 1?
You know, yes, the appreciation and success is always what you look forward to and pray for and hope for. But even while we were doing the show, I just knew it was something very special.
Right.
Delhi crime means the world to me. I cannot begin to explain it to you.
Right. How are things different for Vartika this time around in season 2?
You know, if I had to explain it in one line, Delhi crime 1, she became a hero. In Delhi crime 2, she becomes human. She's far more human. She makes mistakes, she falters, but she doesn't shy away from accepting and acknowledging her mistake and correcting it, even if it's at the cost of herself. Also, I feel Delhi crime 2 delves deeper into the characters. You know, the first one, it was a very, there was no wavering of a moral compass because it was very clear, these are the bad guys, I have to catch them. But in 2, she's left questioning a lot of things that are around her and even what she's doing. So I think it's harnessing into the characters, and I feel there's so much depth and richness to this.
Right. When you had spoken earlier, you had said that you're always terrified in front of the camera as an actor. But now that it's season 2, have you gotten a little more comfortable as Vartika?
If you put me in those shoes even today, I would be terrified. I was just, and particularly, you know, when DC happened, I don't think any one of us anticipated where the show was going, at least I didn't, or what Vartika was going to become for the audience, for the show, etc. So those are very large shoes to fill, and I was constantly worried that how do I do this again? I don't know, it just happened in DC1. But once there, I think there's a certain, the uniform does something for you. It really does. And I think she's so ingrained in me. But every time I'm in front of the camera, I'm scared.
Has she changed you? Has the show changed you as a person?
If you talk about it professionally, Delhi crime has been the turning point of my career. It's changed everything in the last 2 years for me. It's been my learning curve. The way I worked earlier, it's completely different from the way I started working once I did Delhi crime, and the process of it, and people's, well, touch wood, I've always gotten love and appreciation, but it wasn't translating into work, the kind of work I wanted to do, and finally it's happening. And you know, also as a show, Delhi crime is not just a crime procedural, it's actually, it makes you think of a lot of things around you in the society. And it's a show that you, even as a viewer, when you watch it, you're left wondering and you're left questioning.
Yes.
what's going on around as well as yourself.
Right.
So it's impossible to not get affected by something like this.
Right, right. In season 2, it's a different kind of murder investigation that you're doing, of course. So, what kind of research did you have to do going into the character?
So obviously, for a show like this, you need a very solid blueprint.
Right.
And that is something that Tanuj and the writers, all of them had worked on already. And of course, the information about this gang and about, but there was a lot of stuff that I didn't know about. I didn't know about the tribal gangs. I didn't know about the marginalization.
Yes.
Of course, you know about the overall, the difference and the divide between certain stratas, but I did not know about this particular tribe and all of it. So all of that did come from the script. And then, of course, conversations, lots of conversations and discussions and stuff like that. And, you know, with something like Delhi crime, sensitivity is paramount.
Yes.
So it's a very delicate line that you have to maintain.
Yes.
And playing a cop, there are protocols
Right.
that you have to keep in mind.
Right.
So it's all of that put together.
Right. Right.
So I can't exactly pinpoint or tell you what I did, but it's
Right, right. If you had to draw parallels between Shefali and Vartika, what are their common points?
I like to believe I'm righteous. I like to believe that I'm aware of stuff around me. I continue questioning. I falter, and I do not shy away from admitting, apologizing, and trying to correct it. I think there's a lot of strength in Vartika, and I'd like to believe that I have that strength in me. And she can get very obsessive,
Okay.
which is very much my trait.
Okay. Great. So we do see a bit of Shefali right there on screen when we are, yes. Yeah.
Oh, a lot of her. A lot of her.
Right, right, right. Of course,
But I'd still like to, I still hope that the audience just sees me as Vartika rather than Shefali playing Vartika.
Right, right. Of course, you're headlining the show, and with the kind of appreciation it has gotten, I mean, no other show probably in India has, achieved so much. Season 2, I mean, does the pressure really build up?
When you've created something beautiful, you leave it there.
Right.
Also, it's like choosing between my two sons. They're both very precious to me. Yes, there is a pressure, but I remember the first time I met Tanuj and we were discussing it, and Rajesh, and the first thing we agreed upon is that this is not a competition. We're not trying to redo a season 1. This is a different case. It's a different director, it's a different creator, it's a different narrative, it's a different language, and all of that goes into making of it, and it's something I'm very, very proud of. It stands strong in its individual entity. So I don't see a competition. There might be comparison, but I think we need to treat this as an individual show and give it its due.
Shefali, right now is life a bit of a whirlwind, from winning awards in Melbourne for Jalsa to the success that Darlings is seeing to Delhi Crime Season 2. How are you even dealing with all of this?
Well, it's overwhelming, it's humbling, it really is. And when I'm doing a project or when I'm doing something, I'm completely involved in that moment, and then I tend to move on fast.
Right.
So, touch wood, it's been a wonderful year, starting from Human to Jalsa to Darlings to DC. I mean,
Yes, yes. Your Darlings character, of course, and the unexpected twist it came with is being talked about a lot. What is the kind of reaction and feedback that you've been
amazing.
getting?
Also, people haven't seen me in a comedy.
Yes.
So it was a refreshing change, and most of the reactions, which even I thought when I was doing it, is that everyone wants a Shamshu in their life. Someone who has their back.
Yes.
And she's wacko, and she's crazy, and she's so strong.
Yes.
There's so much strength to her, and she's funny, and she's wicked.
Right.
And I think that moment between Zulfi and her, that's my favorite moment in the film. I mean, it came completely out of the blue.
Out of the blue.
And it's such a sensitive moment. Also, it's a very important conversation.
Right.
And it has started conversation.
Right,
which is great.
Right, right. Amazing, amazing. I'm sure it must be, you know, really satisfying to be part of shows like these, films like these, and do such roles. And Delhi Crime, of course, is one other such project. You know, all the best for season 2. Thank you so much for your time, and please keep up doing the good work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
It's
Bohni.
lovely
Thank
to watch
you
on screen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.